Hello, everybody. Let's see what we got here. Yes. Going live. Yes, there we go. Okay, that's why that was missing. That was missing. Hello, everybody. That was Raymond 360. Here we go. Let's hit this record,
Hello,
shall
everybody.
we? Yes. Yes, there we go. Okay. Tom here. Tom Caltabiano here, writer on Everybody Loves Raymond. Let's do this, and then let's pick this off here, and then spin that over there. Yes, and then I can look at that. Okay, welcome everybody. Tom Caltabiano here earlier, much earlier. I'm usually on at 2 p.m. Hollywood time. I'm on much earlier because I realize I have to go to an event at exactly 2 p.m. Hollywood time. So I figured I either skip today or jump on early, and you guys can catch up. And I hate missing you guys for a week. So let's have a little bit of a conversation now, and maybe I'll even come on again later this week. I know I am going to be seeing Raymond again. Oh, let me do this. Let me adjust something with my camera. Bear with me, everybody. So much going on. This coming up. Yes, there we go. Now that has kicked in the proper way. All right. So yes, a little earlier, this might help people in the UK, or it might not help people in the UK at all because you'll have missed. So I shared, and again, those joining because Tom is 2.5 hours earlier than usual. The video, so people catching up, just watching the numbers go up. Yes, hello, Tom Caltabiano here, writer on Everyone's Raymond. I decided, also today, do I have this? Yes, we're going to look inside the canister today and try another treat, another cookie in the spirit of the Everyone's Raymond Writer's Room, which did everything to avoid writing, and one of those things was to taste cookies, the very important task of tasting cookies. So we will try that, whatever that is. And for the UK people, sorry, I'm looking around at all the stuff here. The UK people, a cookie is a biscuit here. If you ask for a biscuit, you're going to get something that is in no way sweet 90% of the time. So you might get biscuits and gravy. It's a more savory thing. And maybe I'll make some biscuits. How about I make some biscuits? I made a bunch of loaves of bread today. For those of you that are new to the channel, I've been making bread every day since 2007, and today is no different. I'll have to hold up a loaf of bread. I know that our good friend Gil has had it. Hello, Lee Gerber down under. What is the temperature there? What is the time there, Lee? Because you are very far from here in Hollywood. All right, jumping in right away. Also, the time, I wanted to come on because the number of days before Christmas is dwindling. And I want to make sure that if anybody orders anything, that they get it in time for Christmas, because there's nothing worse than people being disappointed. Wow, my stylist. Where was my stylist today? Here we go. We'll track that down. We will fix that in post. That is a phrase you will hear on a show when something doesn't go right. And you have to edit around it. So, So now the puzzle is available. So let's talk about things that you can order in time for Christmas. I usually don't. Here we go. Here's the fans quotes mug. I usually don't mention our stuff. I mean, I do when I'm drinking because I think I had a cough for about 2 years. What am I drinking today? From the fan favorite quotes mug. There we go, in festive red. I don't think that's the name. I just made it up. Okay, let's look at this. What am I drinking? Oh, it's Yorkshire Gold. Oh, it's gold. Here we go. Look at this. In a fancy schmancy tin. How's that, everybody? For impressive. Okay, a little bit of Yorkshire tea out of our favorite quotes mug available on the ELR 360 shop, which if anybody has gotten the ornament, the Peter Boyle ornament, the sled ornament, here we go. I'll share this. Is this Karen? Karen, is this yours? It's in much more vivid color. Here, let me hold up. There we go. There is the photo I took of Peter Boyle sitting in the chair in the living room in between scenes, and he gave me that look. We made that into an ornament, this year's ornament. And then one of this year's ornaments also, Christmas 2024, which the last I checked is the year, is the sled. And it actually looks better than it does as I hold it up in front of the screen. So the other thing that we have is the puzzle. The puzzle is now available using a photo. Sorry, I'm looking at the shop. I'm trying to get the shop so I can share it with you. I guess I could share it now. Okay, let me see. Okay, let me look this. Okay, Annabelle, off of that. Here we go. Annabelle, one of the few fans who has held the canister, came to a bunch of episodes. You have ordered here we go. The puzzle of the photo that I took during the filming of the bird episode. It was using a medium format camera scanned from my original negative, and it was used for the cover photo of the book. I took it during the filming of the bird episode because that's how it lined up, and I only had a few minutes where I had the whole cast in hair and makeup that sat for me to do a picture, because there are more important things than Tom taking a picture during a show that costs a lot of money to make. So here we go, everybody. Our new, and we're gonna take a vote. We're trying to get a Christmas image that has the whole cast. So there we go. The ELR kitchen table puzzle. I think 3 different sizes. I want to hug Raymond for he did a goofy face that actually made the cover of the book a really good photo. Okay, thank you, Annabelle, for ordering. Okay. Let's start answering a few questions because I don't have that much time, believe it or not, even though I'm early. And I always say, well, we'll have a shorter episode today, and then it goes an hour and 10 minutes. So I'm going to see if I can come back during the week and get a guest next week. Some people have been asking about guests. I'm doing a lot of different projects now, and I was traveling, so it's hard to book a guest and then it's not hard. It's not good for the guests to have a call from me saying, hey, remember that thing that we set up? I can't do it. So I think coming up, I will be available and we'll have guests, hopefully Phil, hopefully Raymond. And let me address that clip that I shared of Raymond during an interview. Raymond was talking about, and Raymond is very humble, if you guys didn't get that, watching all the episodes of Rose Raymond, and we had a watch party, a private watch party with people that signed up, and we went through Raymond's list. So I will try and show a couple of more clips from that. And I have behind the scenes a lot of stuff that we're editing to try and put up more video on YouTube, etc., so you guys can enjoy the comedy stylings of all of our guests, including Raymond. Let's see here. Hello. Yes, Karen Edwards, your picture. I hope you don't mind that I just shared it with the world. Okay, here's a question. Did Kevin James contribute to the show other than when he guest starred? Says Mark Watson. Hi, Mark. Okay, so the Kevin James, so the short answer is yes. Kevin was a really good comedian, but he did not have a TV show when Rose Raymond started. So Ray wanted to get him onto the show. Phil loved him and wanted him on the show. Everybody thought he was funny, but you have you have an outside. Here, let me go back. You have a set number of scripts and you have writers. So you can't just say willy-nilly, hey, we want Kevin to start contributing more to the show. You either specifically land on a script, you informally have Kevin punching up and being around then, or you don't contribute at all. Now, Kevin is one of the really one of the funnier people on the planet. And when I did, and somewhere I have, I might be able to dig it up quickly. I have a photo of Kevin and I did stand-up comedy before Everybody Loves Raymond. Together, we did a pretty decent amount of stand-up comedy before Raymond. I made a folder. Let's see how quickly, for those of you that have not updated your phone, I would advise against it for the photo app itself, because it's making it very hard to search for stuff. Like I have a folder that says ELR history, and in it is a photo of Kevin James from right before our series started, and before we, Raymond and I, moved out to Los Angeles, and we were doing, Kevin and I were doing stand-up comedy in Rascals Comedy Club in West Orange, New Jersey. And Kevin would kill the term, destroy. He would just do better than most comedians that I ever worked with. So there was never a question about him being funny. Now, this you may or may not know that, let's see, I'm scrolling through all these photos. Oh, maybe I'll search Kevin James. Let's see that. During one of the pilot seasons is the beginning of the year for when they cast sitcoms. Raymond and Kevin James, before ever was Raymond, were stuck together in Los Angeles auditioning for stuff to get on a show. So before Raymond, before King of Queens, before anything success of any level other than being good stand-ups, Raymond and Kevin bonded. And when Everyone's Raymond happened, Ray was like, I'd love to have Kevin on the show. So we had him in the show. Phil had him in the show as I think it was Captain Nemo episode. Let's see. Okay, that I can pull up. So here's Kevin James in Captain Nemo, and there's Dave Attell and Paul Lyons, all comedians. Dave Attell ended up being a writer for a half a year on our series. And then here is way back when in New York City. There is Kevin James, and there is Raymond playing softball in Central Park. And am I there? Yes. Okay. I'm there next to Raymond. There we go, in the beautifully, probably springtime Central Park, no leaves, kind of drab and dreary. Chris Mazzilli, who owns a comedy club in New York called Gotham. Okay, so the show starts. We put Kevin in as many shows as possible. Kevin still doesn't get a series on TV, but Ray's like, let's write a script with Kevin. So Ray, Kevin, and I wrote an episode called Golf. Not golf for it, but golf. And so in that way, Kevin was in the writer's room for that episode. So that's, in the scheme of things, that's the contribution that Kevin did. He was able to write a script with Ray, Kevin, and I. Is it Ray and me? And Ray and I wrote a script with Kevin. So that's the contribution. I hope that answers your question. Now, it's so funny that this won't let me. I have such a great photo of Kevin, which I'll have to share later. But I see. I have a very specific folder with pictures of Kevin, but it does not come up anymore. Sad, very sad. Okay, let's keep going. Let's look at our friends over on Instagram here. When will Ray do another Vegas show? Hopefully he comes in 2025. I wanted to see a show in Vegas, says Star Wars Loves You. Yes, Ray usually does a handful of shows in Vegas every year. He used to be at the Mirage, and now he's at the Venetian. That face is me thinking. So just keep it, search for Ray Romano. I will mention it the next time he's there. Of course, you can always see Brad Garrett at a comedy club. What is it called? Brad Garrett's Comedy Club in Las Vegas. All right, attempt at comedy. Here we go. Let's see this. Scrolling through for comments, etc. Hello, Henry Wong. Do I hit this without reading it? Good afternoon, Tom and fellow Raymond. Raymondites. Yes, that's right. I saw the episode where Ray asked where Nemo is, and Marco says it goes away. Was there a storyline that went with a real life reason for Nemo going away? Okay, very, very interesting. So the original Nemo was played by Joe Perry. And Joe Perry was a longtime actor. And in fact, I just sent to the Raymond writers. Let me see if I did this. I don't think they responded. So there's a text chain that is going on since the invention of the iPhone. a group chat with the Raymond writers. Okay, so here we go. Here's a little bit of trivia that I saw. There is Joe Perry, who played Nemo. That's not him in Nemo. That's him in Seinfeld. And there he is on The Twilight Zone, everybody. The Twilight Zone, okay? So that's how long he had been around. And he was very funny and a very good actor. So again, by the way, for those that are just joining, Tom Caltabiano here, much earlier than usual, and I don't have much more time left on today's. I just wanted to jump on if you're confused. So Joe Perry, his health in real life started to go downhill, so they recast, when Joe could no longer do it, another Nemo. And there was no announcement. There was nothing about that. It was just another Nemo, not as big as the switching of the Darrens. The casting of David Preval, who I will try and interview here, was big. Phil loved him. He was great. Alex Meneses was amazing as Stefania. And so Phil thought, okay, how do we get him into our world and keep this guy on our show? So that was the solution. So He Go Away was a statement to kind of cover it in mystery and go, I don't know what that means. So that's funnier, and we're now talking about it 20 years later, than him going, well, I negotiated a deal with him, and he was ready to get out of the business, so I bought it using some loans from family and friends, and I put about 6% down, and therefore I now own Nemo's. So much funnier to say He Go Away and play upon the stereotype, which some Italians hate and some enjoy, of perhaps He Go Away in a mafia type of thing. Okay, so let's see. Let me keep going. I hope, does that answer your question? Henry? Aloha, Bobby. Thank you for those pictures. Yes, you are going to see Brad Garrett, yes, at the MGM Grand. Brad Garrett, just so you know, is exceptionally funny, but he is not Robert from It Was Raymond. He is a little racier than Robert, much racier, exceptionally racier, and exceptionally funny. So there you go. So, okay, again, Tom Caltabiano here. Sorry, I have to leave in a few minutes. I have to, the choice was either no live today or go on a little bit early. Okay, so that leads me to, we've talked about all of the things, our delicious Yorkshire tea, which from our fan favorite quotes mug. For those of you that weren't around, late joiners, let's say, we did a vote. It took us like 3 months to vote on the fan favorite quotes. Oh, yes, some delicious tea. Let me do this, folks, before I run it, because that'll really annoy people if I don't get to do this. Here we go. The original canister, very heavy duty, custom made. Inside, we have, let's see what we have. We have this. Okay, so presenting from the canister. Let me just bring this here. Let me just get, so I can use this screen grab later, as they say, to promote it. Okay, so out of the canister, hold on. Is it? Ooh, there you go. So I've never seen these in my life. I've never had these in my life. And I see some of our UK friends saying, I've never seen the darks. There we go. The dark chocolate version. So I don't even know what a tea cake is. So I have been to the UK many, many times. I did a pilot episode with Phil Rosenthal there. I spent a week there with a top chef. I'm not completely uneducated or untraveled. Never heard of these in my life. I'm curious if any of my American friends have ever heard of these in their life. 6 tea cakes. Okay. So now I have to open them, unwrap it, and do it. So let's answer a question while I'm doing that as well. Okay, there you're seeing me. My excuse for reading glasses, I tip up my glasses. Let me see. First Nemo, yes, only the first Nemo. Sorry, the second Nemo, I don't even remember when the second Nemo came in. And, we didn't go to Nemo's as much. Okay, here we go, folks, on air. Is that, okay. Here we go. Tea cake. When do you have tea cakes? Help me out, my UK friends. When do you have tea cakes? Are these rare, once in a while treat? Are these going out on your table? Okay, so here, for my American friends, I'm now about to unwrap. Here, let's get some. There you go. for those of you who really enjoy the full experience. Oh, I have a feeling it's going to be marshmallow inside. Is that possible? Oh boy. Okay, so there you go. For my British friends, they're like, yeah, that's tea cake. Looks like it took a little bit of hit from me. Okay, so now let me take a bite. So hold on, let me see. Have any of my UK friends jumped in here? Last week, but it wasn't sure it was decided to change. Okay. Okay. Yes, I did not announce. Sorry, I was not going to make it today. For those of you who are like, hey, I didn't know you were going to be on. I decided last minute it was either now or never. Hello, everybody. Here we go. Are we still there? Yes. Wow, that was weird. That was very weird. That was exceptionally weird. Okay, here we go. Now we're back. I think we're back. Yes. Okay. Okay, so yes, here we go. I hope I'm still live for everybody. Here we go. My fingers have melted almost all the way through it. Let me try. Oh, okay. So, this feels like a Jaws scene. That is no shark bite right there. That is a man in a rush. Okay, so now I've had a tea cookie for the first time in my life. A tea cake, rather. So it's not as sweet as I would expect. It's marshmallow. Let me see, what time is it? Oh, okay. Oh, boy. Okay, hold on. So, by the way, a lot of this has to do, hold on, everybody, hold on. Don't panic. So much chocolate involved here. A lot of it has to do with your expectations. What are you expecting from a snack? So I will say this, in the British tradition, it's not crazy sweet. It's tasty. I will post a picture of the inside with a cut from a knife, so it doesn't, don't look at the dental records that I left in that. Hold on. All right, folks, final questions. I'm so sorry. Maybe I'll try and join later in the week. Final questions before. By the way, really delicious, not as sweet as I would expect. Okay, final questions. Here we go. Not my favorite snack. Not as good. Yes, I'm going to agree with you. Please, yes. Sorry, Karen. I'm already late. I'm always late. Okay, Mona. So I would say this. I'm going to have to start ranking them. I'm going to have to start giving numbers and doing a thing. I just have a lot on my plate, but not this plate because I just ate that whole thing. So I would not reach for those if there was other options. However, I'm surprisingly not that sweet. People are going to see great Brad Garrett at Hermosa Beach Comedy Magic Club, one of my favorite comedy clubs. When you go there, if you've never been there before, there's a bunch of Raymond costumes that I have posted there. All right, folks, final questions. I will be back. I posted that picture of me in the makeup room as a rehearsing. I want to talk about that. The effort that the cast puts in before the show so that it is flawless in front of the live audience. That's what I was going to get to. And it's only them alone. Gil, marshmallow chocolate, not tried those yet. Yes. Okay. To be continued, everybody. I will see you maybe later this week. Please keep your comments coming. We will talk to you, if not again this week, then definitely on Sunday. All right. Thank you so much for joining. For those of you that just joined, I had an event that I have to go to and I'm late to, so I had to jump in early. Have a good day. Have a good afternoon. Have a good evening. Have a good morning in Australia. I will talk to you guys soon.